after all is said and done. Isn't it so funny how you know me better than I know myself?
Hello friends and best friends, welcome to Topic Tuesday, the day of the week in which you tell me what to talk about. This is the last Tuesday of the month, meaning this is the last Topic Tuesday of the month as well. After that, I'm putting my moderator module on private until I can figure out what else to use it for. And hey, if you have any suggestions on what I should use it for, leave them down in the comments below. Today's topic was suggested by Chris Wash 2000. Chris said, you should talk about your fave books. So unlike the dinosaur facts of 2 weeks ago, I'm going to be giving you 5 real books that I love. Keep in mind that this is only a small selection of the books that I have read and enjoyed, and if you'd like to know more, I will gladly tell you. Number 1! I recently finished Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. It was one of those books that really surprised me on how much I enjoyed it. The story is treated as a new revelation in which someone has found the secret diaries of our 16th president. His life was first introduced to the Bloodsuckers when his mother was killed by one at a young age. It was then that he decided to rid America of the undead. And it had me second guessing all those historical facts that I've learned about Abraham Lincoln. Number 2! This book, I, Lucifer, is not for people easily offended. In this book, God gives Satan one last chance of forgiveness. If he can live and die as a mortal, moral human, all sins will be cast aside. In human form, Satan decides to write a novel, telling his side of the story. If you can cast aside the whole arrogant, evil Lord of the Underworld thing, you actually can find yourself connecting with the guy. You'll see a different point of view from all the stories you know, including Lucifer's fall from glory, the creation and the fall of man, the temptation and the crucifixion of the Christ, as well as several key moments in history. Number 3! The Perks of Being a Wallflower is one of the most touching books I've ever had the pleasure of reading. Because of its short length, I often take it with me on trips to read. It's a series of letters that our main character Charlie has written to a man that he's never met, but he's heard that this man probably would care about what he has to say. It follows him during his first year as a high school student, in which he deals with a whole host of different issues, including homosexuality, drug abuse, teen suicide, and of course the social hierarchy of high school. Number 4! I really do like all of John Green's books, but Paper Towns and Looking for Alaska are the two that I love the most. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I would be in love with Margot and Alaska if they were real, despite how flawed they are. Of the two stories, I think I prefer Alaska better, but that copy was stolen by my niece. Looking for Alaska affected me so much that I had to put the book down for a day before I was brave enough to pick it up again. Number 5! And lastly, no other book had me so emotionally involved than Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I mean, I was already a full-blown Harry Potter nerd, writing fanfiction and everything. Links in the dangly-do. I cried pretty much all the way through the second half, especially when Dobby died, and especially all through chapter 34. Yeah, you know what chapter I'm talking about. Even the second read-through months later didn't lessen the emotional experience. In the comments below, I'd like to know whether you've read any of these books that I've shown you today and what you thought of them. I'd also like to hear about some of your favorite books and why you love them. I'm actually looking for something new to read after Justtuary ends, so make those suggestions sound amazing and appealing. And finally, don't forget about our last Formspring Friday coming up at the end of the week.
Let's be friends. Let's be friends.